Hello and welcome back to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I am Annemie, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of side questing. Now, you might remember that this weapon vendor down here was hostile to me last time, but luckily, going away to a different district and coming back reset him. He didn't have any practice kits anyway, which is a bit of a shame. But I think what we're going to do is, there has been some talk of a murder happening right outside my apartment, some augmented individual. So let's figure out what happened. Hey, Scandalmonger.
It's just a matter of time before they got her.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist, the one writing all those things about you know who.
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Maximilian Perry? The local anti-AUG politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him. There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
It's important to follow the evidence in situations like this. You can't just accuse people left and right.
I gave you evidence. I told you. The articles.
Right. Other than that, is there anything else that makes you think this politician might be responsible?
Damn right there is. Fucker told my car once. When he was municipal transport minister.
I see.
I hate that guy so much.
Did you actually see anything?
I just got here, so I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
That seems rather thin on the ground. Onlooker. Well, ghouls be ghoulin'.
You have to tell us.
That is not very strong police tape.
Gruesome, isn't it? She won't talk to the police. I give up.
Can I talk to you?
Montag, I don't need your help.
Who's Montag? Can I walk through here?
You can't let them get away with
So when you said do not cross,
Hope one of these hands are
Please,
try something.
did they send you to protect me?
patrol.
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. AUG victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
Oh no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
It's natural to be scared.
Then you understand. I don't want to get involved if I don't have to.
Sure, I understand. You don't know anyone here. But there's a chance this could happen again. The more you're willing to cooperate with the police, the better the odds of catching whoever's responsible.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an AUG.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
Didn't she already call us on the info link?
Not to me.
Did I make that up? Also, was she trying to seduce us in the middle of, well, this?
Away from the crime scene, sir.
Hey, Montag.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you. Augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing. Or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
It was a long time ago. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was going to work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Everyone loves corruption.
Careful of the evidence.
Let's have a look at this
Who do they think
scene.
they are?
So probably drugged?
Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do.
Can we actually use the fingerprint at all? Oof. So possibly augments are going to be sold, maybe? Ooh, what's... That's not evidence. Some glasses. Can I have a look around with this to see? Oh.
Away from the crime scene, sir.
Oh, nope, they didn't want to keep it for themselves. Well, there goes that theory.
Fuck walking this beat.
Doesn't it feel like something
Okay.
is about to happen?
Ooh, an ID card. Sure. Don't really know what any of this means, but cool. Now to run through this tape. Ha 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 ha!
Well, that is interesting.
And I guess let's try and find Johnny Guns apartment, which is apparently not on this screen. Oh, not even in this district. I thought that Carl said that he was just a few blocks away. Apparently it's more than a few blocks.
So I hit them with my car. My son got me problems.
Oh wow, I'd not actually noticed this before. This stream of pills running into this person's mouth to try and combat tiredness. That is terrifying. Or I assume they're going into the mouth and not coming from the mouth. That would just be weird. But here we are at what's his name's apartments. Probably should actually know his name, but is this him? Who are you?
Where you going?
Well, you have an American accent and I can't... Oh, and I can talk to you. This is you.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
It's a lot of cigarettes.
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. They found her body in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me, so I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
No, I don't.
I hope so. Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
So you did know already?
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
What went wrong with your marriage? If you got divorced, then obviously something did.
What are you, 5? Adults get sick of each other. The ones that don't are just pretending. Lock any two people in a room and they'll learn to hate each other sooner or later. It's the most natural thing in the world. I'm actually surprised Angie held out as long as she did. You know, people say I'm not very easy to like.
I'm getting that.
You don't say. So Angela left you, and you resented her for it.
Resented her? No. That's not who my resentment is directed toward right now.
You resent me? Because I'm trying to figure out who killed her?
Because you're treating me like a suspect. Because you're acting like you care more about her than I do. And mostly because you're the first human being to walk into my apartment and talk to me in almost a year. A year! And this is what we're talking about. I resent the situation.
Where were you tonight?
I was out killing Angie. Doing whatever it is they did to her. That's what you think, isn't it?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I just want to know what happened.
Why? If anyone should want to track down the person who killed her, it should be me. But I choose not to. Case closed.
You don't care if her killer is caught or not?
No, I don't. I don't get off on vengeance. I say, let the bastard stir in his own damn guilt. Men who kill, I think they do it to get attention. They want to be caught. They want society to spank them just like their daddies did. Now, the real punishment for something like this is living with what you've done.
That's not how it works.
Why not?
For one, finding this killer will ensure they can't do it again. 2, society has a right to protect itself. And 3, where were you tonight?
In my apartment. Alone. No one but the cockroaches can confirm or deny shit. Convenient, right?
Really? You mean to say that in this period of martial law that there's not surveillance cameras pretty much everywhere?
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
Well, I killed a lot of them.
I'm familiar with their retirement plan. Looks like they're treating you real well, Johnny.
Fuck you. I was a New South Wales man. Hell, I'm still there. Probably gonna spend the rest of my life trying to get out. See, this is the price a man pays to no longer take orders. And something tells me you're not paying it.
Australia. You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want. Anyway, that was a long time ago.
I'm sure you won't mind if I look around.
Whatever you say.
Is anyone else getting a big Colin Farrell vibe off him? Might just be me. But let's have a look around. Ooh, neuropazine. I do like picking up 1,000 credits. What else around? You really might want to use your shower for actual showering. I mean, you can have all these crates out here, you know. Oh well. There we are. It would be kind of cool if these crates actually started getting a little bit wet. But alas. Whoops, missed. Ooh, ebook, what are you reading? By Johnny Gunn for Angie. AI took pleasure in screwing you over. So much senseless time I took pleasure. Killing in the quiet was kindness of a kind. My hands are Sunday's best, my brave new feet I only mind. That is really bad poetry. Don't quit the day job. Thing in here. Doesn't look like it. Not here. That can get turned off.
Sure, kick me while I'm down.
Huh, a candle. Next to an actual lamp. But you've got power.
They want to feel safe again, and the Human Restoration Act can give them.
Let's see what else is around here.
Where you going?
What is medical referral form? Can augmented hands itch? Apparently not. Oh, I feel sorry for Colin Farrell. Anything up here? No. Shush you.
Can't go in there.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else around here. Cracked window. Can see. Rotate. There we go. Woo! Good. Okay, so let's head back to Montag. Hey Montag, found a file.
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Couldn't you have told me that before I met him?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an AUG, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
People hold a hell of a grudge against AUGs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? AUG or no AUG.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist didn't get along.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here. You want to brighten up his day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
Were you able to get anything out of the witness? Sounded like she might have seen something.
Who? Little Miss Mousy? I was under the impression Daria was your domain. Apparently, I'm not good enough to talk to.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pause shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage across the street from the bombed out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
Well, that seems useful.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. A pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Right, she was a journalist. Hence the scandal with Radko Perry. I still don't consider that proof of anything.
I don't think we've quite got everything yet.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
I think our best leads are Radko Perry and was it
Who do
Svobotka
they think they are?
individual, so I think I might go check that out. So I think this is where the files are. The police. Ah, yes. Examine notes. Let's start by shutting that. I wonder how loud I am in here. Can I access that whilst crouching? Oh, there's somebody.
Oh, quick, that's all.
Hey, you. Can I talk to you? Okay, then.
If only we had been disorganized a few years back.
Could you leave?
With a dog like that.
Thank you.
Let's stay a bit.
Granted.
Strange. Oh, from Daria.
I'll let you know if I see anything.
Okay, so Daria claims that she saw a strange man. She's also missing a cat. Ooh, with heterochromia. Everyone loves heterochromia. And we have the door code.
12 will take care of it.
Let's
You hear that? Trouble is coming.
get in here. Not even trespassing. Ooh. Some prison cells. Anything else going on here? It's a lot of stuff.
We're in this together.
Well, might as well loot. Ooh, that's a Harvester copycat. Leone Wolf? Some sort of strip club? Swabotka's involved in some medical procedure at the prison. Huh.
No.
Well, while we're here, might as well pick up some other jazz. I guess we might as well talk to Perry as well. Hey.
Don't forget about.
Oh, what's this?
Doc Larry. Show me latest papers. Otherwise you cannot go through here.
I know the drill.
The drill has changed. Too many forgeries. All OGs must now carry a supplementary permit authentication card. Do you have this card?
My documentation's never been a problem before. It's not about to become one now.
You sure about this? I am policeman. You see uniform. You see gun.
You know, now that you mention it, your setup looks a little odd. Budget cuts?
And no need to insult us. Times are difficult for a regional document checking police. But fact remains, if you continue this way without newest permit, I am legally obliged to shoot you.
That's not going to go well for you.
Right?
My friend, I know what you're thinking. It's terrible the way they make laws against your kind. But listen, maybe I can do something to help. We could come to an understanding.
What kind of understanding?
Lucky for you, I know a guy. An expert in permitification. A document agent. He offers permits, authentication cards, peace of mind. With his help, you go wherever you want, whenever you want. No more hassles. What do you say?
This document agent you mentioned, you see the one in charge? He gets you to stop OGs and offer them this opportunity to do business with him.
Go see for yourself. My friend has documents to pass checkpoints, to keep police off your back, to get into parts of Prague you never knew existed. Tell him Drahomir sent you. You'll see. I give you address, yes?
All right, give me the address. I think I'd like to see who's behind all this.
Przekazka. There is a courtyard behind the apartment building. Very easy to find. My friend will be there. He will get you latest permit card. Just pay him and don't ask questions.
My gun doesn't tend to ask too many questions. I think I can get around here though without getting past the checkpoint, but we will look into that at a future time, I reckon. Can I go? Yeah, I can go through here. It's not even a very good checkpoint. Hey guys, I passed through a checkpoint.
So, my friend.
I think this is the print shop. Ah, yes, all the Radko Perry signs would seem to suggest this. An AUG is a weapon ready to go off. I resent that. I know the explosive that I've had implanted into my spine might constitute as a weapon. Are you Radko Perry?
You don't belong here.
Oh, that's a gun. Oh, there's Radko Perry.
Are you Radko Perry?
If this is about that anti-AUG speech I gave, save your indignation, okay? I'm only the voice of the people. I'm only saying what they want to hear. Your problem, it isn't with me. It's with the way this issue is polling.
I'm here about Angela Gunn.
Who?
A journalist. She was found dead in an alley.
Oh, how sad.
But you wouldn't know anything about it.
What? No. But the fact that you could imply such a thing, I am a public figure. But rest assured, my team will look into it. I'll even send the family a gift basket. How does that sound?
You owe the family a little more than that, don't you?
I told you. I had nothing to do with whatever happened. Now, who are you? Why are you really here?
I'm here because I heard Angela found skeletons in your closet.
Well, lucky for me that she's dead then, huh? No, but seriously, what kind of skeletons?
Is that all you care about? She was just murdered. You could show a little more compassion.
Compassion is for the cameras, but hey, maybe you should be the politician. For a second there, I almost believed you care.
Can you tell me where you were tonight?
Out getting votes.
Can anyone attest to that?
Sure. Any number of people. My secretary, my brother, my mother. I just need to call them to remind them they were with me. That's all.
You think this is funny? Someone dies and you flaunt the fact that people will lie for you?
You're going to lock me up for trying to stay positive?
You don't think this is serious?
I think murder is very serious, but the notion that I could be involved in one is not.
So you're not going to tell me where you really were tonight?
Evidently not.
Tell me about your relationship with Angela.
Angela? Angela who?
Angela Gunn, the journalist who's apparently been writing some very insightful articles about you.
Oh, her. She did a nice job of keeping my name in the news. Local politics is a real slog, you know. As long as they're talking about you, it's good.
Even if she was saying things you didn't like?
Sure, why not? Angela's readers were never my voters. I'm not exactly courting the AUG vote here. Did Angela and I share views? No. Did we like each other? Not one bit. But our hatred was professional, not personal. Nothing to kill over.
I have what I need for now.
Good for you.
Optional find compelling evidence. Guessing there might be... Oh, the person who's in here is no longer in here.
Not everyone chose to be offended.
Interesting. It's downstairs. Cool.
I'm here to protect Mr. Perry.
Oh, coming up. How do I want to do this? I've got, you know, invisibility, or I could just follow him down there next time he goes down and knock him out. Probably don't want to kill him. Oh, heading down.
According to its creators, Ravia is a new way of life.
And you are unconscious. Gonna take that off your hands and... Ooh, a pocket secretary. Ooh. There's something in a safe that Radko doesn't want us finding. Ah, And there was also a vent which we could have used to access here. Is there any sort of camera? I don't think so. Oh. Well then. Got a bear head, okay. Don't exactly know what that gives us, but I won't say no.
Access granted.
What's on your computer, Radko? Well, that's not very interesting. And your Ivanka? Huh? Okay. Sure, I'm ready to negotiate. What did I do tonight? Sure, let's stall. I'm fine with that. We're trying to find a safe. Ah, turns out I actually missed the finding compelling evidence. Maybe I should have said something different in that conversation. I imagine that was the case. But I can't see a safe in here either, so I might just leave. Unless there was a safe up in the previous room. Let's... Oh, there is. 0109. What you got in here, Radko? Some hacking stuff. Ooh, blackmail photo. Well, that's probably not ideal behavior. Blackmail, general not a good thing. Who cares about sex? And let's leave via the vent. Oh, okay, that was there. So I think we've got all of the optional things here done, so we need to go back to Montag. Sorry, this episode's going a little bit longer than I wanted to, but wanted to get to the end of this quest line. Hey, Carl.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
This was the work of a harvester copycat. This isn't some domestic dispute gone horribly wrong. It's part of something bigger. Someone's out there pretending to be a dead serial killer.
I see you looked into that old case I pointed you toward.
The MO is a perfect match. I read the notes and I compared them to this murder. The two victims were killed by the same person, I'm sure of it.
All right, let's say that's true. That doesn't necessarily exclude Johnny. It just means he's killed more than one person.
Look, I'm just telling you what I found. For a while I thought it might be Radko Perry. That maybe he was behind all of this. But that wasn't right either.
What makes you so sure?
I don't like Radko, but I don't think he's a killer. My gut tells me he's all talk. Just a politician trying to make a career out of whatever's popular.
Forget Radko. I mean, why are you so sure it's not Johnny?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
You mean nowhere?
I'm not sure exactly. I think a lot of the pieces are there. They're just not ready to be put together. Not yet.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
So I think this is where we're going to leave it. I think this quest is on hold for the moment, but next time...
Daria, are you there?
Oh.
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
I don't know who killed Angela Gunn, but I do know it wasn't an isolated case.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
So yes, next time we're probably going to be investigating that weird police checkpoint and the notice board after that. If you have enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you were to give it a like. If you want to see more videos from me, then please subscribe to my channel. I do Let's Plays of Final Fantasy XII, Hitman, I do impressions of games, and I do a roundup of the week's news whilst playing Euro Truck Simulator, so check out those videos. But above all, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your day. Goodbye!